Hey, this is Aaron Perlett. I'm a co-founding partner of Elasticity, and I am joined by Elasticity's Vice President of Social Media, our big cheese as it relates to social media. That's Jennifer Inglis. Jennifer, what is up?
Hey, Threads is up. Threads is a talk of the town.
Threads is the talk of a town because they just exploded out of the gate the other night, right?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, so my understanding is that in the history of social media, we have never seen a social media app come onto the scene with so many signups on its first day, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was pretty crazy the way that it was linked with Instagram. So immediately when you signed up, it gave you the option to follow everyone that you were already following on Instagram. So people sort of came out of the gates with, however many followers they had on Instagram, a potentially similar amount transferring over to Threads.
Do you think that was kind of the key in that there's the synergy between, Meta's got these different properties and essentially Meta's like, okay, we can leverage Instagram to make it really simple as a gateway into Threads?
Absolutely, yeah. And because on Instagram, you were getting notifications saying people that you followed had signed up for Threads and that you could follow them on there. So you were kind of pushed from that app that you were already using to get the new app, which is something that people hadn't really experienced before.
Do you think that, now obviously this is subjective, but that Twitter has gone through so many changes the last couple of years. Um, and obviously with Elon Musk buying the platform and trying to make it a safe space for free speech, it seems like it's gotten heavily politicized. Have people been thirsting for kind of an alternative to Twitter, and that's why another reason why Threads is so eagerly accepted?
Yeah, I think people are kind of looking for a safe space that's sort of free of all of that political angles and people just being really filled with hate and trolling each other. I feel like I keep seeing people talking on Threads about how they feel like it's a safer space and people kind of celebrating that it's an opportunity for them to be more expressive about who they are and not sort of have people come after them for whatever their, lifestyle or choices are that they make.
At least until it's not, but
Until it's not, absolutely. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. So let's talk about brands because we're gonna have to be giving directives to our clients about how to use this. I mean, it's very similar to the way that clients came to us over the last 3, 4 years saying, hey, should we be on TikTok? And 10, 15 years ago, we had the same conversations about Facebook when I remember when a client asked us, isn't Facebook just a fad? And that was around
Absolutely.
2000, maybe nine or so. So what's the opportunity for brands within Threads?
I think the opportunity is really in the fact that you can be a little bit more authentic. So far, the brands that have been coming on are just being super silly. I keep seeing the word unhinged thrown around to kind of describe the atmosphere and the vibe of the platform. I saw someone describe it as if a bunch of teenagers had snuck out of the house in the middle of the night and met up, and they were all kind of waiting for the rest of their friends to join. And everyone was really excited. And there was just kind of this space to be silly and have fun. And so far, it doesn't seem like brands are really trying to sell anything. There's no ads on the platform yet. So it just kind of feels like a place to come, be silly, kind of mock your own brand and make jokes about who you are and what you stand for. And so far, it just really feels like people are having fun and kind of brands are making jokes at other brands and brands are commenting on other people's posts. And it's just like kind of the Wild West in terms of people just having fun and not taking it too seriously right now. I think there's still a lot to be figured out in terms of what kind of content people are going to share and what the sort of vibe of the platform is going to be right now. It's 2 days old, so we're all kind of just figuring it out. But I think, it's a place for brands to engage and it doesn't have all of that heated past and baggage that Twitter carries with it. I know a lot of our brands have kind of said that Twitter isn't a priority for them, but I think having a place where you can focus on text and focus on, sort of more meaty content that doesn't have to be tied to strong imagery, I think offers a lot of potential.
And for right now, though, it's like basically being at a party for musical theater kids. And as the parent of a musical theater child, I know what that's like. It's just being silly and having fun and being kind of open about who you are.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it's just really fun to see brands sort of poking fun at themselves. Netflix, I don't know who is running the Netflix account, but they're saying all sorts of things that seem completely off the wall. So it's just kind of fun to see how brands are sort of just having fun and not taking it too seriously at this stage.
Now, at some point, Facebook was the driver of the monetization of, particularly for brands, for brand accounts. At some point, that's got to happen, and there's got to be an angle for the platform, for Meta, that is going to make brands at the very least start to monetize if they want to see their content take any kind of flight and be more engaged and reach more eyeballs, don't you think?
I would think so, absolutely. I mean, I think right now that was kind of the appeal of Threads is that, Twitter set up that whole Twitter Blue, and you have to pay in order to have your content filter out to people that aren't already following you. And it was really monetized to the fact that people just kind of felt like it was a bit over the top in terms of what they were asking you to spend. Right now, you can't do anything to get your content out to more people. You can't boost your posts. You can't buy any ads on the platform. So right now it's really just kind of up to people engaging with your content organically, but I'm sure down the line, they are going to be looking to monetize it and give brands and creators the opportunity to push their content out to wider audiences.
So let's say you are advising a brand right now. We'll say a beer company. We've done lots of work in the beer space. What is your advice to a beer brand right now entering starting an account on Threads and saying, hey, what the hell do we do here?
Yeah, I mean, I would say bring in your Gen Z and millennial coworkers and see what they think of the platform, what they're seeing as fun and engaging there. I think I would advise them not to take it too seriously. I don't think you can take your strategy for any other platform and just apply it to Threads. I wouldn't recommend taking the content you have planned for Twitter and just pushing it out to Threads. I don't think that's the right approach. I think you kind of need to look and see what people are talking about in your category and see how you can tap into those conversations. I would open by kind of making jokes about yourself. What are some stereotypes people have about your brand? How can you tap into those and kind of, not take yourself too seriously? And I would definitely recommend at this stage not trying to push any products or try to sell anything, because that really isn't what's happening on that platform right now. People are just having fun, talking to each other, not trying to push any products, not try to sell anything. So just have some fun, make some jokes about yourself and see how people react.
So I should just go on there and say, I'm old, I'm a loser, I'm completely out of touch with humanity. Nobody really likes me. That my poor body odor, and that's about it. That's how I should roll myself out on there, because I do have an account.
I mean, you could make some jokes about your pooping schedule. I think that might also go down well.
Pooping schedule. Okay, note to old guys over 50. Pooping schedule is key messaging. All right,
Oh, I think
Jennifer
so.
Inglis, Vice President of Social Media for Elasticity. Thanks for hopping on and talking about the new Threads.
Absolutely, my pleasure. I look forward to see what you post.
I don't.